Hi, hey crafters. So it is Monday. It's the day after my video, and I am sitting and working on my blanket. What I did was I did sit this morning, and I sewed in all the yarn tails on all the sides. These two here are my new ones because I am working on the border. Right. So my first round is a double crochet all the way around. The second round is a front post double crochet, regular double crochet, front post, regular, front post, regular, and it just alternates for the second round. And I'm using the color Erin from Red Heart Super Saver. Here's the label. That's the name of the color. It's called Erin. And now this is all that I have left. I went until I had nothing left, and thankfully, I made it all the way around twice. Okay? So thankfully I had just enough yarn to do that. So here is what the border is looking like so far. Okay, see how it goes front post regular, front post regular, front post regular. You see that? Yeah. And then I'm going to switch over to one of the brown colors and get as many rounds out of the brown color as I can. So that would give me hopefully 4 rounds of border, and then I'll stop and take a look and see if it's big enough, thick enough, wide enough, and see if I want to go any further. So I just play it by ear on how it feels and how it looks. So that is an update for the pink and brown blanket. I did start the border, and I will get back to you guys later, either when I finish it or when I move. Hopefully when I finish it and before I start working on the blue one. Hey crafters, it's still Monday. It is almost 6 p.m. and the sunlight's coming in this way and my camera doesn't like it. Alright, so a little bit of an update. I did another, when's my last update? Did I had 2 rounds done? I did a 3rd round on the border in this what I keep calling warm brown color from Bernat Super Value. It's called Dark Heather. I don't think I've got enough to get me around one more time. I know it looks like I do, but I don't think I do. And that's just kind of going on a gut feeling, you know? So 3 rounds to the border, and I feel like it still needs just a little bit more. So I have that second light brown color. I might do a row of that and see what I can get out of that. And then I'll probably do a row of the variegated color from Caron Jumbo called Rosewood, I want to say. So there we go. That's my update. And it's coming along. I like the border on it. And it is helping on this long side, so it's not curling so much. And I am just alternating with a front post and then a regular double, front post, regular, and back and forth. I'm still doing that. So that is my update for the end of Monday. Will I do any more crocheting tonight? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I have a lot of car rides I need to do with dropping people off and picking people up, so I don't know if I'll have time to do any more crocheting. So I will get back to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we can finish this up, and we're going to do the border on the blue and the gray blanket, okay? I'll see you guys. Hey crafters, let's do an update on the border, okay? So today's Tuesday, and it's kind of late in the day. Well, I had a late start today, so it's a little after 1 o'clock. But I've been sitting here crocheting while watching YouTube videos. I did do another round of the light brown color, but with the other brand of yarn, with the Red Heart and not the Bernat. And now I'm using the variegated to go around. So you see how I'm alternating with a front post double crochet, a regular double crochet, front post. Okay, and this front post is actually going around the regular double crochet from the round before. Okay, so I'm going to do at least 2 rounds with this variegated color, and I'll get back to you. I think when I'm done with the 2 rounds of the front post back post alternating, I think I might do a round of single crochet or maybe slip stitches to finish it off. But that's my progress for today. And I sit, when I'm doing crocheting, I actually sit and watch a lot of book videos. Oh, there we go. My yarn is tucked in the drawer here because when I pull on it, it likes to fall off the computer. So I tucked it in a drawer. That's my yarn holder. All right, I'll catch up with you guys. Hey crafters, so it is Wednesday around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I finished the border on my pink and brown blanket. Okay, I wound up with 2 rounds of the off-white, 2 rounds of the light brown, warm brown, tannish, beigeish color. Call it whatever you want. And then I wound up with 3 rounds of the rosewood variegated from Caron. It's 2 rows of the front post and then the regular double crochet that alternates. And then my last row, I did just wind up doing a single crochet. But my single crochet, I also did a front post single on the front post from the row before. So all totaled, I did 7 rounds. It is completely done. I do have some yarn tails down here to sew in, just my last 2, just so I can remember how I did my corners, because I did my corners a little differently. If you guys remember, well, I'll show you. I'll sit it on my step stool and I will sit with it and I will show you what I did. But this is just an update to let you know that I am done with this blanket and I think it came out fantastic. The colors are awesome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab the blue and gray blanket and start working on the border for that one. And I think color placement wise it's going to be a bit different than this one because this blanket was smaller. So since the blue one's bigger, and I'm not sure if I've got enough yarn to go all the way around multiple times, it might wind up being a multiple color border. It might be just like 1 round of each color. I don't know. I'm still working that out. But I wanted to let you guys know. I finished this last night on Tuesday. And now I'm getting ready to start the next one. So I will catch up with you hopefully later on today after I get that blue one started. Okay? Bye. Okay, so it is Thursday and it's just a little bit after 12, so early in the afternoon, and I'm just sitting down to work on the border on the blue and the gray blanket. Okay, my first round of the border, I wanted to show you guys. At the end of every row, we either have a double crochet or a chain 3, right? That's at the end of each and every single row. This is the chain 3, this is double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, right? So what I do for the border is I just go around and I put 2 double crochets in each end of the row or each beginning of the row. So 2 double crochets around the chain 3, 2 double crochets in the double crochet at the chain 3 at the double crochet. So 2, see that? 2 double crochet, 2, 2, 2, and it makes for a nice even border when you're going around. And I would caution you, this little spot right here is either the top of the chain 3 or the top of the double crochet, depending on how that row ended. I would suggest not working into that because it's not part of the border horizontally, it's part of the blanket vertically, so it can leave a gap there, a really big hole, because you're actually pulling that stitch out of place. So I would caution against working in the top of the double crochet or the top of the chain 3. Work in them and around them, okay, going horizontally. Try to stay away from everything that's vertically in the blanket, if that makes sense. I'm just saying that's what I do. And I'm close to the end of this round, this side, so I will show you what I do on these corners, because this is the foundation of the corners later on in the border. Okay. Okay, so see, it made for a nice even foundation for the first round of the border when you just do 2 double crochets. Okay, now here's the corner, one of the 4 corners. Okay, this is my turning chain from the foundation row. Okay, and it was my first double crochet as I went this way. Okay, So this is tough. I will put 1 double crochet in here, and then I will chain 2, and then I will do a double crochet on the other side of this. Okay, so I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so there you go. See, there's 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. But there's enough room in this corner to do another double crochet, and I'm going to, because it'll firm this corner up just a little bit more. Okay, so actually I changed my mind. What I did was, because I had enough room, like not all the corners are built like this. This just happened to be the starting chain and the first initial row. So I did 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, all in this corner. But my other 3 corners do not look like this. All right. You actually have to really, on the corners, just play it by ear and do what looks best. Some of my corners will have 1 double crochet, a chain 2, and the next double crochet won't even go into this spot here. It'll go into the next stitch. So each corner is different. It really just depends on how you crochet and what your corners look like on the blanket itself. So what I'm doing essentially is I'm making my own corner. So as I go around, I will be working in this chain 2 space, which makes for a nice square corner. You'll see as we go along. Trust me, and trust the process. So then this is just the initial starting chain, and I do a double crochet in each stitch across. Okay? Okay, so you see this corner here? I did do 1 double crochet, chain 2, and then did 2 double crochet on this side. Okay, because this corner was a little different, but I am, in a sense, making my own corner going forward. This is where I started the round. So now what I'm going to do, since the first round is done, and I think color placement wise, I'm going to do light gray, light blue, medium gray, medium blue, and then dark gray, dark blue, I think is how I'm going to do the border, because you know I can always change my mind like 10 times between now and then. So what I am going to do is I'm going to turn this blanket around this way and then work from this corner. This is where I'm going to start the next round, and I'm going to work in the opposite direction, and it'll be a front post, then a regular, front post, regular. So that's how I'm going to be doing the border. After every round, I will be turning the blanket and working in the other direction. Front post double crochet, regular double crochet, front post regular, front post regular, all the way around. All right, so I'm gonna turn this around and get started. Okay guys, so I'm on round 2 of the border, and do you see how I'm doing a front post and then a regular, front post, regular double crochet? So I'm at one of my weird and wonky corners. I'm going to do a front post, I'm going to do a double crochet, and in this chain 2 space I'm going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets, and this will make for a nice square corner. And then I start with front post double crochet, regular double crochet, front post, regular. Okay, but you see how I've got 2 stitches in there and then 1 stitch in it this way? That's fine. It's fine, because it's the chain 2 space that is very important in the corners. Okay, crafters, crocheters, knitters, yarn enthusiasts, I have no idea where I'm at in this video. I cannot remember all the clips that I've filmed. I'm pretty sure that on Monday and Tuesday I worked on the trim or the border on the pink blanket, the pink waffle stitch. I took Wednesday off because I had a doctor's appointment, and if you see flashing, I have a light bulb that's going to blow out in my lamp. Thursday and Friday, which today is Friday at 4:30 in the afternoon, I worked on the border on the blue and gray blanket. Now, pattern wise, the border is the same on both blankets. Okay. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds. Okay, 7 rounds all the way around the blanket 7 times. The first round is just a simple double crochet as our foundation row to get the border started. The second round, I alternated between a front post double crochet and a regular double crochet. Front post, front post, regular, all the way around. The third round, I took the blanket, turned it around, and worked back in the other direction, still alternating front post double crochet, back post double crochet. I mean, regular double, not back post. I did no back post. Front post, regular, front post, regular. And then round 4 is the same. I turn the blanket around, work back in the other direction. Round 5, round 6. Round 7 is just a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. But then I decided to get a little bit fun with it, and I did a front post single crochet, then a regular single crochet, then a front post, then a regular, then a front post. So you guys get it all the way around. So the difference between the two borders is color placement. On the pink one, I did 2 rounds of the off-white, 2 rounds of that light shade of brown, and then the last 3 rounds in the variegated color, right? But for the blues and grays, because I had more colors in this blanket, I did 1 round of light gray, 1 round of light blue, 1 round of medium gray, 1 round of medium blue, dark gray, dark blue, and that's how I finished it. So I am going to take you guys off the tripod. I'm going to sit the blankets on the step stool so I can show you the corners that I did. Look at that corner. Isn't that perfect? Look, see? These are my chain 2s that I did in the corner. And that come out beautiful. So I'm going to get you guys down. We're going to finish up this video. It's going up really late today on Friday, and I'm sorry for that. I have been crocheting my little fingers off all week, and I'm ready to take a break from my hook, okay? Hi, it's Friday. So let's finish up these 2 blankets, okay? Okay, so here's the border on the pink blanket, okay? You see? Okay. Let's see if I can see it. Row 1, or round 1. Round 2. Round 3. Round 4. 5. 6. And that single crochet, which is round 7. Okay? These are my corners. The first round, I did a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet in this same stitch, but it's not like that on all 4 corners. There will be a corner where I did the stitch, I did the double crochet here and put the chain 2 around the corner and put the double crochet in the next stitch here. So each corner is a little different. You have to do what feels right or looks right to try to get these 2 chain stitches, if you can get them to create a corner for you. And then it'll create a corner all the way around for the rest of the border. My goodness, the words are all tongue-tied today. And then you see this first round here, where on the long sides of the blanket I did 2 double crochets in every chain 3 spot and the first double crochet, or the last double crochet of each row. My goodness, the last double crochet, the chain 3, the last double crochet, the chain 3. I put 2 double crochets in each. Okay, all right, that was round 1. Round 2, the front post, regular, front post, regular. So then when I came back around on the next round, front post is on the regular double crochet, the regular double crochet is on the front post of the previous row. So you still get that waffle texture like you do in the blanket itself. It's just not as big, but it's still there. So there we go. I think the corners came out awesome. This is my joining corner. You can tell right there where I joined the yarn. Let's see if we can find a different corner and see what I did there. Okay, yeah, so here's a good example. This first round, I did a double crochet. I chained 2, and then I did 2 double crochets in that same stitch to get me that corner. I don't know. I like it. I think it came out pretty good. So let's switch it over to the blues and the grays, and I'll show you the color placement on that one. After we just go like this, show you how pretty it is. And if we flip it over, this is what the other side looks like. Upside down, mind you. There we go. Nice sharp corner right there. So you see, this is, I went with that really light shade of gray, then the lightest shade of blue, medium shade of gray, medium shade of blue, darkest shade of gray, and then that dark teal blue. So this border looks a little different, but it's the same pattern. This is the short side of the blanket, which is either the first initial starting chain or the last row, which was just singles or half doubles, whatever I did. So there's double crochet in each stitch. I did 1 double crochet in the corner, chain 2, and then 2 double crochet when I turned the corner, and then 2 double crochets in the chain 3 space, 2 double crochets in the first double crochet of the row, 2, 2, 2. And then I came back on the next row and I did front post double crochet, regular double crochet, front post, regular, front post. Okay, and then, oh, I forgot, when you get to the next round in the border, round 2, you do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the corner, okay? And then the next corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. That's how you create this nice point in all your corners after that first round. So then you just alternate. So this is what it looks like with 6 colors instead of 3. And I like the effect that it gives. It gives it this little dots and dash look, you know? Dot, 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 dash, dash, dash. Yeah, I kind of like it. I like the way the border came out on both blankets, because both blankets were the same pattern, but different color placement. So it would make sense that the borders would be a little different with their color placements. I think they came out really pretty. Can I say that like one more time? Okay, let me go get some measurements on them with the borders and I will get back to you. Okay, so what did you guys think of my blankets? My second version of the waffle stitch. Yeah, I like them too. And I like that I get to play with color, because that is my favorite part of crocheting. It's not the act of it, which is still okay and still good, but playing with color, it's got to be my favorite part. So size-wise, whatever I told you in Sunday's video, take that number and add 6 inches, 7 inches this way, and about 7 inches this way, because the border, I've got about 3.5 inches on one side, 3.5 inches on the other, going all the way around. So add 7 inches. So if I said the blanket was 40 by 40, then it's probably 47 by 47, which is I think what I said for the pink and brown one, but I can't remember for the blue one. And I didn't buy any yarn. I used everything that was left over, so the cost of yarn that I told you in Sunday's video will be approximately the cost of yarn now. So like the blankets are really hard to spread out on the floor and measure them, because no matter how you do it, some sides will get bunched and some will get stretched out. So you come up with 10 different measurements, right? And then my blankets, I have a tendency to make them big, and I just don't have floor space to lay them all out and measure them, and it's not nice enough to go outside and do it. So my measurements are approximate, okay? So the pink and the tans, or the browns, this one is completely done. All the yarn tails are sewn in, and I worked on the yarn tails when I was doing the border. So these blankets from 2000, one of them was done in late 2015, one was done in early 2016, now in March of 2023 are completely done, and they're ready to be sold in my Etsy shop whenever I get over there to list them, because that's a learning curve. I still don't know what I'm doing over there yet. Nice, right? So I think for this upcoming Sunday, when I grab a blanket out of my blanket pile to work on, I'm going to find something that doesn't need any work, that it doesn't need a border, and it doesn't need finishing rows, and it doesn't need the yarn tails sewn in, because I need a break. Small little break. Okay? I need to go read a book, or sit outside and enjoy our sometimes springtime weather. I don't know. I'm just happy that there are 2 more blankets out of my blanket pile, because I am making a dent in my blanket pile. It's looking pretty good. It's slow going, but it's looking pretty good. So I will, in the description box down below, type out what I did for the border. Okay? And I think that is it for today's video. Hopefully it makes sense on what I did, because sometimes, especially this time, I make it up as I go. And then I scribble down some notes. Okay, so that is it for this second version of the waffle stitch blanket. I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye.